Okay, it looks like we are live now, so I am going to start getting things ready to go. Yes, hello, Mike Awesome. Good to see you. Back from the convention, as I'm sure you're probably aware. Thank you. I'm glad you liked the cosplay. It's something I threw together with what I had in my closet. Alright, don't mind me just adjusting things here. Making sure I can see everything, and hopefully you'll be able to see everything that you need to see at least. Oh, you bought the Jaws and the Galactus popcorn bowl. Yeah, those are getting quite popular now, aren't they? Hello, Cleo. It's good to see you. I even saw Ghost of Yote was having a popcorn ball despite being a game and not, a movie. If I were to get one, I'd hopefully be able to repurpose it somehow. Oh, I could probably use it. I could, if I got, I mean, I could probably use them for trick or treat bowls, right? You only really need one of those, but still. Even so, I'm sure I would hope I'd probably be. I'd have to see what kind of stuff I can store with them. Also, don't mind me. We're just going to we're just going to cheat, cause come on, cause like I said, cause I like to keep things balanced and all that good stuff. It's all things should be. Well, maybe not everything, but you know. Okay, what was I doing here? Probably just still thinking about getting everyone's needs up to a decent enough level. Playing in the rain, watching TV. Alright, I was going to get your fun level up a bit. Let's get your fun level up too. Oh, I better get these doggies inside. They're soaked. That's no good. You can eat a bit too while you're at it. I know your hunger's not super low, but still. Okay, see if we can't tend this garden right now. Do I tend to the garden? Crap, I forgot already. Jeez, I don't play. Jeez, I take a week hiatus from The Sims, and already I'm starting to forget what we were doing. Alright, I was improving your skills as well as getting your entertainment level up. Yeah, raining today. Probably not going to be doing too much in the way of outdoor activities here. Hmm. Okay. What else I do here? Writing. See what's around town, perhaps. There's the grocer. I don't think we need anything. Yeah, probably just going over. Guess I'll keep refining our skills while we're here. Now I'm getting inside. You're going to get soaked. Let's see. Well, what can I make this time? I'll try to make a elixir with some of the gem dust I had made recently. I do remember that. Went to the place to grind some gem dust, or grind some gems into dust. So that's fun. Huh? You guys stop being startled and like running out of the house. That's what they do when they're startled. Eh, take that water off. Alright, look at that. Succeeded. Where is it? Gain a quick skill boost. Pretty cool. But we'll just sell this for now. How's your painting going? That's what I like to see. Alright, alchemy skill level up. That's what I like to see indeed. What do I do now? If you're scared of the lightning, why are you running outside of the house where the lightning is? How's the weather? Not too terrible. Just a little on the hot side, but still pretty pleasant. Am I going to? Why does this ice cream truck stop right in front of the house? It's just a little disturbing. All right. Whoops. Dealing with annoying neighbors. That's never fun. Hi. Boy. Yeah, some goopy carbonara sounds good. Sounds good about now. Alright, there we go. There we go. Yes, I quite like this mansion style too. And a lot of the places in this town. Very much like that gothic Victorian-esque look. Very cool, I think. Well, toilet needs clean too. Better do that. No one likes a dirty toilet. Thank you, Finext, for the follow. Very much appreciate it. Yeah, I guess it is rather, Adam's Family and Munster-esque. Does have those kind of vibes to him. Okay. Pet. Pets all the dogs. Yeah, that toilet definitely needed a clean. Don't you wish you could upgrade things to self-cleaning? That would be fantastic. Oops, wrong bed. Alright, everyone get to bed. Oh crap, I want him to be himself. We're just not gonna worry about that. The dog's gonna wake up because they're startled. Oh wait, we're getting our close. We're getting close to waking up anyways, but still. No, your energy is not fully replenished. Yeah, see, Mike Awesome. Always good to have you here. Oh, there we go. These pancakes for leftovers. Hey, transmission. The call was great. Got to see a lot of cool people, see a lot of cool things, meet a lot of cool people. Panels went over well too. Got quite a pretty nice sized audience for both of them. So yeah, pretty fun and good overall, I'd say. Eat from bowl. And of course, it's not even ass crack of dawn yet. Oh well, like I said, that's why I cheat just a little bit in these games. You know, it's my game, I play it how I want, and all that. Talking about nasty, gross medicine, I guess. Okay, fine. You want to both wash dishes? I guess, you know what? Why not? See if the garden's ready to be tended to yet. Yeah, figures. Figured, but that's fine. Yeah, let's clean this sink. See if anything else needs cleaned. Okay, nothing down here at least. Sure, we'll mix an elixir. Painting skill is 4. Looks good, looks good. Guys still scared of the thunder. Ugh. Why? Why do you run outside where the thunder is? Like did you want to get struck by lightning? Oh, these dogs. Okay, this is done at least. Alright, let's bring you inside. Let's bring you both inside at least, please. So we want to do stuff out in the rain and get soaked. Oh god, now there are 2 of these gnomes. I was just checking some stuff out here. Let's get this back up. Alright, This is what I like to see, getting all these potions made and not being a failure. Yeah, we'll continue with this a little more, I guess. Okay, now I can tend the garden. I might make you use the toilet, though. 'Cause always good to empty that bladder, right? Yeah, let's clean that as well. Don't want, like I said, no one likes a dirty ass toilet. Hey, Carla, good to see ya here. I'm doing pretty good. Had a pretty good, convention this weekend. I was just mentioning about how I saw some cool stuff, met some cool people. Got a pretty good audience, I'd say, for both of my panels, so that was rather fun. Got Fiona Belly here, gardening in her jammies, as you do. Yeah, I admit I was a little nervous, but once I started going and hearing people's hearing and seeing people's positive reactions, I was definitely a lot more relaxed. I guess I tried to think of it as a bit of almost like live streaming, except you can actually see your audience as well as school presentation. But yeah, I did enjoy it. Liked hearing people's stories, particularly liked hearing people's stories about their Harvest Moon experiences. Like being traumatized whenever the cow dies in A Wonderful Life, because that is rather dark. Okay, I should probably get you writing another book. Alright, can I make you pee now, please? Don't pee in the house again. Okay, good. I can make you pee. Pee! Everyone, pee! Okay, maybe not everyone. Apparently. Shut up. We don't need this. Yeah, there's ignore call. Look in the wrong place for that. But yeah. Don't know how many of you know this, but even in The Sims 3, scam calls are inescapable. If it's something really important, it'll tell you. Night of the leg cramps. Well, that's pretty terrifying, but let's think of something else. Oh. Your taxes are due. Yes. Oh, nothing says now that's nothing says horror like that. Here, let's base this off of her own experiences. A semi-autobiographical horror novel. Okay, can you pee now? Don't pee out. Don't pee indoors again. Yeah, ain't it great you can have your dogs drink out of the toilet in this game? Yeah, there's a lot of newspapers I got to get rid of too, but we'll worry about that later. What's that have you do now? I'm gonna sound like a total perf saying this, but they really did not need to make those sensor bars back then. Back that big. The sensor bars in The Sims 2 were fine. I don't know why they made them so big in this one. Cause like I could still see my Sim's face and all that in The Sims 2, but now it's just very obtrusive. That's something I noticed between The Sims 2 and 3. Maybe they were playing on everyone being extra thick. Yeah, you know, that would be something, wouldn't it? I guess they were like, you know what? Maybe having everyone be extra thick would be not the best idea. Of course, extra thick in moderation is always fun. It's raining, it's pouring. That old man won't stop snoring. He needs to go to a doctor for that. Cause he might have sleep apnea. Yes, the con was very fun, Kino ice cream. I've been saying I keep saying this, but it's true. Yeah, those CPAP machines, yeah. But yeah, con was fun. Did some fun stuff. Met some cool people. Got this thing at the J Fashion night market they had where you could buy, sell, and trade J Fashion related things. Got some snacks too, which is fun. Okay. Actually, let's research alchemy this time. Seeing what kind of new recipes we can discover. Arf, arf. something. Okay, good. You're all peed out. Better get you inside. Uh-oh, not the bills. You know, you got bills in The Sims, but I guess they don't have taxes, so I guess that's a good thing. Whoops. Yeah, let's play. And then there's, of course, the guy whose feet are too big before his bed, and nothing seems to fit. He needs a new bed. Can you tell I might have been played a bit of Death Stranding? Raindrops keep falling on my head. And just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed, nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops keep falling on my head. They keep falling. Yes, I enjoyed Death Stranding 1. Death Stranding 2 is also great. Death Stranding 2, I think, does some pretty good improvements to the combat. If you like Hideo Kojima's crazy storytelling, you'll almost certainly enjoy the story of Death Stranding 1 and 2. But yeah, game's not necessarily for everyone to be everyone's cup of tea. As the best way to describe it is, a lot of the gameplay is, Delivery Boy Simulator. I think it's, I enjoy it. I think it's interesting, but I also totally get why it wouldn't ever be everyone's, preference. I really like it, personally. Yeah, RuneScape. It's pretty cool how RuneScape is still, classic RuneScape is still quite popular. Nursky, Nursky. Yeah, I've been trying to, as for me with downtime and such, and not strictly worrying about videos, I've been trying to make more time for my own hobbies that I enjoy, like sewing and all that stuff. Can you eat, please? And so I did me some talking to the sun. I told him I didn't like the way he got things done. Sleeping on the job, those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. Fortunately, I'm not super duper confident of how the rest of the song goes. Don't want to screw it up. Simple song, I know, but, you know. Yeah, cause, yeah, I also like sewing and crafting and cosplaying and all that. And reading. Granted, reading is good, no matter what, especially for acting related purposes, but still. Really, you could say almost any kind of thing you experience and such is, can be applied to acting, but we won't split hairs. Yeah, personally, I'm reading, focusing a lot on the classics, or at least books that aren't younger or that are at least 20 years old or so. Not that I'd be against reading newer books, or not that I'd be against reading newer books myself, but I prefer catching up. I'm focused on catching up on the classics and other older books. I mean, 20 years old in the world of literature is not that old, but you know what I mean. But yes, a cat bed. Funny you mentioned that. Cat still prefers to sleep in the boxes or on your blanket. Yeah, we've got a my boyfriend and we got a cute cat bed, and my one cat Linus was sleeping in it, the gray one, and it looks so cute all rolled up. But he's never slept in it since. He still prefers boxes and laying on hard surfaces and stuff. Also, my black and white cat Nebula, he still likes to sleep in this basket that I just brought up from downstairs, and he decided, yep, this is my basket now, and that's where he pretty much always sleeps. He also likes sleeping on the ironing board. Yeah, little shit, right? Yeah, he also likes to sleep on the ironing board, where I iron, of course. He gets his cat hairs all over it, so I gotta brush it down. I gotta figure out how to whitelist certain words. Hold on. In YouTube chat, I mean. Cause I keep hiding the chat messages that have swear words and crap like that. I gotta figure out how to like whitelist certain words. Nebula. He also really likes just rolling around on and in paper bags. We also have this fish taco toy that makes a crinkly sound that he really likes. Uh, yeah. I'm certainly not against swearing, but I guess I don't swear a ton on stream. I guess I try to keep that in moderation. Not that I'm against swearing, of course. Just just how it happens, I guess. I don't even know if I necessarily try the whole moderation thing with swearing. It just kind of plays out that way. Hey, whatever. People are allowed to swear as little or as much as they want. Yep, everything in moderation. It's just typical Australian culture to say swear word in every other sentence. Yeah, honestly, I mean, I've never been to Australia. Don't know anyone personally from Australia. That sounds about right. Just from everything else I've heard, though. It finally stopped raining? No. Damn it. Maybe it's just me, but it seems like it rains a lot with The Sims 3 seasons. You know what, let's recycle all these newspapers. Give you something to do. I mean, I know I could just use the magic god hand to do that, but screw it. Oh gosh, yeah, yeah. Funny enough, I used to really not swear for a long time, but now I'm much more lax with it. That's how things go. Whoops, I was clicking on the wrong person. It kind of reminds me of other YouTuber, Peanut Butter Gamer. I noticed for a while he didn't really swear, not even like mild swear words, but he's gotten a bit more lax with that as well, saying things like ass or hell. Again, nothing like terrible, and it wouldn't be a bad thing if he did decide to drop some F-bombs. Just something I noticed. Yeah. Again, not a good or I mean, again, not a bad thing to swear or not swear. Just making observations. Boy. Yeah, it's almost a little ironic since he does have a child now that he's decided to be a bit more relaxed with swearing and such. Again, not a bad thing. It's just a little funny to see that play out that way. But yeah, PBG's great though. It's golf, cooking, and cars. I still watch him and quite enjoy him. But different strokes and all that. His only eating whatever items for the week. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten sick from eating all those foods and making all those videos so often. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, of course, the kind of foods he eats aren't necessarily the most doesn't necessarily accurately represent all American food since it's stuff like junk food and fast food. But they are quite fun, but like I said, I'm surprised he hasn't made himself sick yet with all the videos he makes about that. I know you guys in Australia have Vegemite. I don't, I might piss off some Australian people, but I don't know if I would I don't know if how appetizing Vegemite looks like. I mean, I'm willing to try it. I won't knock it till I try it, but don't know if it exactly looks like my cup of tea. Yes, all the proper regional food. For sure. A small amount. Yeah, making sure you only use a little bit at a time does sound about right. But yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it, even in any import stores, but then again, I haven't been specifically looking for it. But yeah, not against trying anything. Actually, I am against. Actually, to be fair, I am against trying that Japanese pufferfish dish that takes years for a chef to learn how to prepare. And even then, there's a fair chance that you'll still die. I always say I don't want to play Russian roulette with a fish. So yeah, I don't think I would try that. Yes, thank you, Karlek. I am indeed getting oh so closer to 2,000 subscribers. So close I can almost taste it. I would, as the saying goes. Wait, what? It's gonna put your energy up so we don't have to put you to bed, and then you put you to bed at like 5 p.m. and then you wake up at like 2 a.m. How'd you guys get tired so quickly? Yay. Yay! Improvements and stuff. Oh, shoot. Wild horses here. It's kind of funny thing with The Sims 3 is that wild horses can just appear in the city or places where you wouldn't see wild horses. Hey, I think the rain finally stopped. I was about to say before, I do like this house next door as well. I mean, all the houses here are pretty cool, but I like how it's got like this church-looking architecture. What do we should do now? Is that gacha game everyone's been obsessed with? Oh, goodness. Well, apparently Infinity Nikki kind of went full EA, as I like to say, so maybe that's the next gacha game I'll have to play. I have not, yeah, unfortunately, I have not played Infinity Nikki for quite a while because I hear there's some really nasty bugs, and not only that, they made changes to a lot of the stuff in game that's not really good. That's hasn't really been popular, which is a shame because I enjoy the hell out of that game. He had a few friends who were absolutely shattered. Yeah, I don't blame them. Yeah, just like kind of price gouging with the gotchas and stuff now. I mean, yeah, gotcha games, yeah, they are kind of price gouging as it is, but still. just became egregiously so. Oh yeah, yeah, just eat the mushroom right out of the ground. Yeah, I'll always still have a soft spot for Nikki and all that, but just a shame because that's kind of because Infinity Nikki was kind of like the game I always wanted to play as a kid, where you could just explore a world and have outfits that can give you different powers and such. So yeah, kind of sad to see it fall down the crapper like that. But hey, who knows? Maybe someone will get inspired and be like, you know what, screw that. I'm making my own open world facet game with blackjack and hookers. Just like how the developer, just like how Eric Baroni of Stardew Valley said, I'm going to make my own farm sim game with blackjack and hookers. And also the same, and also the developer of, or the director of Expedition 33 said that about making an RPG. They're like, you know what? Screw Ubisoft. I'm gonna make my own story-driven narrative game. I'm gonna make it egregiously French as well. I still have not played that yet, but it is on my list for sure. Ah, my ever-growing list of games. Yeah, maybe I'll try to get back into Nikki at some point if, like, you know, just to check in if nothing else, or if there is a update that makes things better. Or, you know, that remedies some things. Yeah, Ubisoft. Oh boy. I still have quite the special place for the older Assassin's Creed games. As for now, though, eesh. Wonder if I wonder if an ex-employee from Blizzard will end up making their own game. That's better than what's Blizzard's been pumping out these days. Promise Mascot Agency. Yeah, never heard of that one, but I'm always interested in unique experiences in games. Ooh, I'm gonna pick this up though. Woof woof. Don't care about your social media exploits, people. Yeah, Blizzard can shove it indeed. Hardcore RTS, real time strategy. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I don't really think I've played too many real time strategy games. Woo! Found a ruby. Yeah, just think about Nick and Infinity Nikki. They have built up so much goodwill, and then they're like, well, let's flush all that down the toilet. I don't know. Apparently, there will be a housing upgrade. I don't have high hopes for that, but maybe I'll check that out when that releases, and I don't know how long. It's probably still a little while out. I'm not defending these crappy decision makings by these companies, but at the same time, people keep buying them, and it's like, eh. Again, it's not. Again, I'm not saying that the companies are not at fault for making those decisions, but at the same time, they probably wouldn't be as incentivized if they were actively losing money from it. Or if, they weren't really being as profitable with it. So I can promise you right now, I do not spend money on gacha games for pools. Yeah, I do not. I don't. In fact, I don't really use microtransactions all that much, anyways. I My boyfriend and I did buy the battle pass for Marvel Rivals for that last update. That's because they actually had some cool stuff that we would both use. Don't know if we'll do it for this one, but whatever. Yeah, I never played Genshin Impact. Haven't played ZZZ. Haven't played Nike, Goddess of Victory. Yeah, I do quite like Marvel Rivals. That's very fun. Yeah, I don't suck as much as I used to, but don't know how I would fare with people who are actually quite good at it. I've gone at least adequate, though, I'd say. So I go out foraging. I have so much stuff, though. Maybe I'll just stay here. Yeah, the fan service. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Not that not everything's going to be for everyone. I mean, I do hear it does have a good story, and it's not just like I play it for the story kind of deal. It does have a genuinely good story, from what I understand, but yeah. I'm not against fan service myself, mind you. I do get that sometimes. The more egregious kinds aren't for everyone. Also another gotcha game in the Nikki series I played was, I think it was Love Nikki with that 2D artwork. Played that for a little while, then it got to a point where if I wanted to proceed in the story, it got super duper grindy unless you paid real money for pools and such. So I was like, yeah, no, I don't think I'll stop. And that's why I was liking Infinity Nikki, because you could play through the game and the story without having to shell out real cash, or without having to grind to death. Like I said, though, Nikki still got a special place for me. May even consider a Nikki cosplay at some point, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. Got so many things I want to do, so little time and so much time to manage, so don't want to make any promises to myself or other people about that. Also, I'm just going to make all of you dizzy with all my rolling around. Yeah, playing as these two is fun and all, but I may consider, I have to consider making a new household. I was actually thinking of making, Miku Hinasaki from Fatal Frame as a one-person household in this town, continuing with the theme of survival horror heroines. Yeah, Disney Dreamlight. Yeah, I'm not super fond of the microtransactions and how it's done, but it should still have the full experience without it. It is a very slow paced game though. So it might take so if there's a specific character you want to unlock for your town, it might take a while. Definitely one of those slow burn kind of games. And I just want to make that clear because, if you're jumping into it hoping to get a very specific character, you're going to be a little disappointed. But if you're okay with the whole slow burn thing and all that, and patience and all the good stuff, then you'll probably enjoy it. Think yeah, not familiar with that one myself either. Hey, forgetting to save. Probably a good idea to save frequently in this kind of game. God forbid something happens and all my data's lost. It's terrible. Nothing worse than losing all your progress in The Sims. Australia Animal Crossing. That sounds interesting for sure. Is there anything I gotta clean up? Excuse me. Wow. Save file for years of The Sims 2. It's pretty impressive to be so dedicated to that. It's pretty cool. Yeah, my Sims games have been through so many computers and such that I can't that I've started fresh a bunch of times, which I don't mind, but it is quite cool that your friend just has been playing the same save file for years. Kind of reminds me of that I read this story about someone that was playing the civilization for years and years and their in-game civilization is like very very old. Yes. Yeah, it's cool. I will say that it is cool that EA finally re-released the Sims 1 and 2 on modern consoles or modern hardware. I do hear they have their issues, but nonetheless, still pretty cool that they're there. They've been pretty much abandonware for the longest time. Let's get ourselves something to eat. Would you guys eat a dish called goopy carbonara? Honestly, it kind of looks like fettuccine alfredo. We'll have to see, or I'll show you. I'll have to show you. But yeah, I love The Sims 2. And I think it's cool that people are still dedicated to making mods and custom content for it. I also want to, and then speaking of which, I do want to play The Sims 2 at some point on stream. But yeah, see, this is goopy carbonara. It just looks like fettuccine alfredo, so probably tastes good. Fun fact that this is named after a townie from The Sims 2. I believe his name was Goopy Gills Carbano, I believe. Yeah, I don't know who names their kid Goopy, but there you go. Anyways, favorite mainline Sims? Toss up between Sims 2 and 3, but I think I do lean a little more towards The Sims 2. Partly for nostalgia, but also I do think they have a lot of small details that make the game really special. You've probably seen videos of stuff like all these little details in The Sims 2 that aren't in the other games. So yeah, Sims 3 is also great though. Pretty close runner up. There are things in The Sims 3 that are in The Sims 2 that I like. Side sim game. Geez, I'd have to think about that one. I thought The Sims 2 Castaway was pretty cool. I played that for our consoles. It was a pretty cool survival game with Sims kind of stylization to it. I probably don't need to tell you this, but I'm not really crazy about The Sims 4. Not that there's nothing good about The Sims 4, it's just, compared to other entries, it's meh. One step forward, two really big steps back, I like to say. Although now it seems more like one step forward and three really big steps back with how broken and buggy each new release is, apparently. Each new update and, expansion. I am looking forward to seeing what, Paralives will be like. Like, I'm not trying to hype it up as a Sims killer. I'm trying to, like, not that I don't have faith in the team or whatever. It's just that they're a smaller indie team. And EA is filled with lots and lots of people. I don't want people, I don't really think it's fair to them to have those same expectations that you would have for a huge company like EA. I am looking forward to seeing how that goes. It's been in development for quite a while. I think they said early access is due out this December. So that's pretty cool. I don't really play games in early access very much, but I'm looking forward to at least seeing how it goes from other people. And yes, Lex, hello. I did have fun. I did fun things, met cool people. Panels went over quite well. Got a good number of people there. Enjoyed hearing people's Harvest Moon stories. Well, yeah, I get what you mean, Karlak, about indie devs. Like, some people are saying game industry is dying. I'm a bit dubious of that. And even if it is dying, it's going to be the AAA scene that's going to be dying. Indie devs are definitely going strong. Or at the very least, not the usual heavy hitters that are making all the games that people are really asking for. Huh? Okay, the horse just clipped through the house. No big deal. No big deal with the Sims things. Yeah, yeah, dying isn't quite the right word. I do get what you mean. It's probably just gonna, if anything, it may feel like there's a fair chance that's going to take a significant hit and they'll have to really rethink their strategies. Yeah, even back in the. What? What is this? What the? Why are you wearing this? What the absolute hell? Okay, my game is glitching out, I think. This is not what you usually wear. Is it a holiday? No, it's not. I do not know why you are wearing this. Like, that's why I have a fondness for the PS2 era of games, because there were just so many weird games out there that I don't think would be made today just because they're not the same cookie cutter crap. She stole my outfit! Yeah. Oh, that bitch. She stole your outfit! Well, I'm sure she doesn't look as fabulous as you do in it. Also, glad you found a good time to use that sticker. Or emoji, custom emoji. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, I'm screwing up the screen here. I'm just trying to make it a little bit more custom to my size. Okay, so what do we do now? Let's whoops. Keep getting on the wrong bed. Goodness, I have quite the list as well of games I want to play. I will say, having this channel does give me some motivation to play them. Okay, why are you wearing a completely different hairstyle as well? Okay, what the hell happened to my game? Let's fix up your hair in the mirror. There. Where's that damn ponytail? Not this one. Wait, is it this one or crap? I'll find it. I think maybe it might be with hair with accessories because of the band. Oh my gosh, I am finding new things about The Sims every day, it seems. Come on, I know it's here somewhere. I know it's gotta be here somewhere. Yeah, don't mind me as I scroll through here trying to find it. I'm sure. I'm sure I'm gonna pass it up and someone's gonna be like, no, you literally just passed it up, you dumbass. I can't remember if it was custom content or not. No, no, no. Okay, if it's not here, let's try here. wait, no, I don't think it was this one. Jeez, oh Pete, where could you be? It's just a basic care deal. Not that. Not this. No, because that bangs, of course. Oh my gosh, where could it be? I know I didn't hallucinate having that hairstyle. Ah, Sims, why you gotta do this to me? Don't tell me the custom content just disappeared during gameplay randomly. Okay, alright, let's do this one at a time. Yeah. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I love having tons of customization options in games like this. It's just sometimes when you have this many, it can be a bit of a pain to find a very specific one. Especially when they don't have like names that you can type in as a keyword to narrow them down. I'm pretty sure it would be in this category because the hairband was considered an accessory. I swear I'm not crazy. I saw that hairstyle. Maybe if I can't find it after this, I'll end RAS and maybe it'll be easier to look for in there. Like maybe it's just not showing up in this part for whatever reason. The mirror. So maybe it's just not showing up in the mirror function for whatever reason. I'm gonna try to cheat with Create a Sim. Yeah, I didn't think it was this one. Okay, let's start from the bottom up now. That's it. Oh, so kindly made me lose my place. Nope, not this one either. Okay, let's try Create a Sim cheating this then. Yeah. It's yeah. That's the thing with The Sims 3 is sometimes certain things make the proportions kind of wonky. Okay, there's a edit sim creative. I was pressing the wrong thing. What? What do you mean I'm not wearing my everyday outfit? This game, I swear. Oh, the game may or may not crash. Yeah, I got this mod that what does it? It helps run things and create them smoother, but I don't know how well it works with the cheap. But it looks like it's running okay now, actually. I guess for whatever reason, this wasn't considered my everyday outfit. I don't know what the hell these outfits were or whatever. Why my Sims changed clothes for no reason. Ah, boy. Let's keep looking. Oh my goodness. After this, if I still can't find it, I'll try filtering my custom content. Cause like I said, I'm pretty sure it's categorized as CC hair, that is. I am just genuinely baffled. Just what happened to this hairstyle I had? Why it just changed, and why can't I find it again? No, not that silly. It ran away. Gosh, could you imagine? Like, surely, a custom content doesn't just randomly get corrupted and and deletes itself, right? I swear, I'll end this. I swear, I'll stop after this next search through. I don't know, maybe I'm just going a little crazy. Nope. Didn't think so, but shoot, I'm getting desperate. Well, shoot, I don't want to spend this whole stream just looking for one specific hairstyle, so let's call it quits from here. I mean, I'm playing at least a little bit longer. I'm just saying, let's forget about that. Yeah, I am so baffled and a little bit pissed. Not too pissed, because, doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, but still. I'm going to bed. I'm upset. Speaking of more Sims I want to make at some point, I was also thinking of options to put into this file. I was thinking of making Lee and Clementine from The Walking Dead, giving them a nice house and such. What else? Who else? I mean, right? Also, American Alice from Alice Madness Returns. Was thinking of perhaps Ada Wong. And the question is, though, I was thinking of even making a Leon, but do I pair the Leon with Ada, or do I pair him up with Claire? That is the question, isn't it? Don't give a shit. Hey, look, it's winter, and of course we're waking up at the ass crack of dawn. Not even. Oh, the original Sims. I didn't play too much of that one. I was more of a Sims 2 person. But yeah, but Sims 1 just has that very almost I guess surreal is the right word for it. Has a sort of surreal feel to it. Pair him up with Ada for sure. Yeah, that's true. Every Resi girl is the best girl. But yeah. Well, it looks like we got a consensus on that. But anyways, about The Sims, I guess surreal is the right word, especially before the Hot Date expansion, where you're just trapped on your home lot and couldn't leave, except for work, but you couldn't go to any other public lots like that. And then there are the bizarre phone calls you could get. Yes, all the girls are awesome in Resident Evil. What else was I gonna say? Right, and then the bizarre phone calls you could get, some of them were just like kind of silly and nonsensical. But then there are really disturbing ones, like they're coming. I forget exactly how it goes. Barry's the best Resi girl. Well, you know, you don't have to worry about him because he has this. And it's really powerful, especially against living things. Yeah, I don't know exactly how the creepy prank call goes, but it's something like, they're here, you can't stop them. And that's it. It's just very vague. It's like, ugh. And then there's the tragic clown. Put that painting in your household, and this clown would come by and ruin your day. Don't you hate when that happens? When a clown randomly appears in your house and just makes everyone unhappy and kills the vibe. No, we're not having goop. Screw it. Well, sorry, we'll make pancakes. We won't have fettuccine alfredo for breakfast. Can you just assume you were looking in the mirror? If I saw a clown randomly appear in my house, I would be quite distressed. Yeah. I'm sure the whole kind of weird vibe that The Sims 1 has kind of has to do with the graphics being seen as dated by today's standards, but I think even back then people found it kind of weird. Oh, damn, a toilet broke. Do you ever start screaming when your toilet won't flush? Yeah, I get a little distressed when that happens. Do I have to? I'll clog it. I'll clog it later. Get your fun meter up before you have to do that gross ass toilet cleaning. Whoops. What's still TV first? Oh, breakfast is cooking. Oh, you don't like the TV, I guess. Pancakes for everyone. Oops, let's pause this. Grab a plate. Grab a plate. Yeah, Sims 1 was hardcore. Also, I like that the raccoon and the or at least one of the raccoons, I think, was named El Bandito. Pretty appropriate name for a raccoon. Oh, and you know what? Something else that was weird about The Sims 1 as well is that they would play the scare chime whenever like a raccoon or skunk appeared. It's like enough to give you a jump scare. Meanwhile, it's just a raccoon or skunk. It's like, geez, do you really need to play that just to tell me a skunk's on the property? But yeah, there is something unique. There's something quite unique about them killing Sims in The Sims 1 as well. It's truly an experience. Man, it's a god hand. Go put these pancakes away. Yeah, I admit I'm kind of boring when it comes to The Sims. I tend to play pretty normally, but at least everyone seems to be enjoying my normal Sims playthroughs, as I'm just doing whatever. But yeah, but that's what makes The Sims 1 so special. Even though I do think Sims 2 is the best in the series, it does have something Sims 1 is quite unique. I don't know if you could really replicate that. Oh, Fiona, you clogged up the toilet, so I guess I'm gonna have you unclog it. What am I going to do now? Or what am I going to have Jennifer do? Let's continue. Don't worry, Fiona. I'll get your phone back up. Yeah, I did a little bit. I played a bit of Herbs Sims in the City, which was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Uh, yeah, and I did play a bit of Sims Bustin' Out. And yeah, I did think that was pretty cool the way they did Sims on consoles because instead of trying to make a one-to-one replication of the Sims on PC, because I guess because consoles weren't quite as powerful back then, it is cool they tried to make it its own unique thing. And I can definitely see why a lot of people still have nostalgia for those. Even though, yeah, let's face it, Sims 2 on PC is the best experience. It's still pretty cool to see how it's done on consoles. And now Sims 4 is just the same across all platforms. In Herb Sims in the City had Black Eyed Peas. Remember those guys? Oh geez, I remember when The Sims 3 back in its early days, before I think even any expansions came out. I just saw a video of a Sephiroth Sim unclogging a toilet in The Sims 3. That's pretty amusing. Yeah, maybe I'll make Ada Wong and Leon Kennedy, and they settle down in this weird but still pretty nice place. And they get into shenanigans as you do in The Sims. As I could ever do is make the ugliest character possible. Reminds me of the story my boyfriend told me about how he and his friend once made the ugliest Commander Shepard in Mass Effect. I wish I could have been there to see it. What else? Talking about Sims somewhere. God damn it! Of course, I'm always losing my train of thought. You can make bees. I'm glad with the Oblivion remaster that you can still make the ugliest characters ever. Just the most what the fuck what the fuck? How is this even possible? Kind of characters. Oh, god damn it. Now you're going to throw up in 2 hours. Because that's what happens. Okay, let's try and make this skill booster. That's what happens. You get the Gnosis moodlet, then you're gonna throw up. It's not fun. Like I was saying too, thought it'd be cute to make Lee and Clementine, give them a somewhat normal life, because Sims 3 is pretty wacky, let's face it. But it's still better than living in a zombie apocalypse. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Like I said, I'm kind of boring in The Sims. I like playing the way you're supposed to, as in not killing all of your Sims. But one time in The Sims 2, the Pleasant household caught on fire, so I just let them all burn to death just to see what would happen. It's pretty funny if you kill all your Sims on a lot, the Grim Reaper message will pop up with the Grim Reaper saying different things, like, for example, if the goal of The Sims was to kill all of your Sims, then congratulations, you'd be the world champion. Fortunately, The Sims is a life simulator. You don't see that kind of cheek in The Sims anymore. And that's just sad. Actually, no. Actually, come to think of it, no. Actually, that's true. This Grim Reaper is still kind of funny in Sims 3, because your Sims has the unlucky trait or loser trait, I think. He'll actually spare the Sim if they're about to die from hunger or something. But that's because he says that he finds their misfortune amusing and wants them to keep on living. So yeah, I don't. So yeah, don't know if I should be insulted or not by that. I admit I kind of suck at building houses at The Sims, but maybe one day I'll show you my Sims house building skills or lack thereof at some point on stream. What are you guys doing? There you go. What? Go. Don't tell me you are stuck. Jeez, I can't even with this Sims pathfinding. Oh my god, it's a chew toy. Step over it. Yeah, I just end up making some really awkward boxes when it comes to building Sims homes. So I'm always a bit jealous whenever people can make even halfway decent looking houses in The Sims. Maybe I'll try to find an actual blueprint of a house and try to copy that. When it comes to decorating, I'm pretty okay, but when it comes to actually building the houses, that's a different story. Yes, yes, you were mentioning that about how He's a good builder in games and such. Yeah, like I said, I'm kind of jealous when people can build anything good in any game that has building. Oh, look, now she's going to puke. Great. That's just great. Okay, no, it doesn't need cleaned. Ooh, isn't this pretty? Maybe we'll hang this up somewhere. Like I said, I think being a I think artwork and painting is a good outlet for Jennifer's traumatic experiences. Okay, do we got a garden to tend to? Yes, we do. Wow, we are getting lots of dog gnomes. I always thought the gnomes were kind of creepy in this game, but the dog ones are pretty cute. I'll give them that. Dog ones are pretty cute. Let us tend to this garden. Shut up. Let's work a bit on writing. Arf, arf. Hey, level 6. Yeah, has arrived, which means soon we'll be seeing snow. That's always fun in these games, I think. Again, gotta love gardening in your PJs. P P. Not just in your PJs, but also not wearing any shoes. Sure, you totally won't step on any rocks or branches or anything else uncomfortable. Take a pee, take a shower. Yeah, you mentioned only seeing snow once out up in the mountains. It's always interesting to hear people's perspective who don't get snow, well, ever where they live. Of course, even within the United States, you're going to have plenty of people who don't see snow regularly at all. So it's interesting to hear from different people's perspectives about that. Where I live, the weather really likes to flip-flop. Not even just snow-wise, but, one day it can, for 3 days straight, could be very hot, and suddenly you're getting monsoon levels of rain. Yeah, that sounds about right. Snow is, and shoveling it can be, not very fun either. Yeah, so it snows plenty in Washington State, that is. Pacific Northwest and all. Also, certainly, I've also definitely never been to Colorado or Vermont where it really snows. If you want snow, that's where you'll find it. You know, given it's the correct time of year, obviously. You ever eat something so good it makes you want to clap? What do you mean you can't move because of your dish? Oh, please. Okay, well, someone's getting stinky. Oh, the food finally went bad. Well, look, you were able to eat most. They were able to eat most of it. In that case, if I ate something that made me happy, I'd be too busy eating it. Yeah, I can't disagree with that. So you know what? I'll have you. All right, I have been streaming for 2 hours, so I think now is a good time to call it a day. As usual, thank you all very much who came to stop by. Very much appreciated, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye!